Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, so happy to have you here today on the construction site. Today we are unboxing a new angle grinder that I just got. A Makita 9-inch or 230 millimeters angle grinder is one of the big ones, right? I got some masonry work to do and this just suits the application. This is model GA9050 R01 and I'll get to the details in a moment, but first let's get to the unboxing. Alright, so on the table here we got the Makita, and in the box, it's not actually a table, it's a bunch of bricks. And what you get in the box is a blade guard, very useful. Save yourself, use the blade guard. We got the grinder, we got some foil, protective foil, there you go. And this model comes in around 1.5 kilos lighter than the other ones. That's why I decided to go with this. The horsepower of the engine is 2000 watts, I believe. And what else do you get? You get a handle, and this R01, the 01 stands for the vibration reduction handle. So it takes out some of the shock. It's not just plastic, it's some rubber. And from experience, this is very useful, so if you don't have one, get one. And also a wrench, some paperwork, that's about it. Alrighty, so you probably know how to use a grinder if you're looking to get a really big one like this. There's a nut button here to lock this spindle. You can take this off with your hands or use the provided wrench. And yeah. Looks like everything else I ever used. Some other facts about the grinder: it has a locking switch, so you cannot push this in. You have to pull this forward, and then you can probably lock it in the on position, so it keeps grinding for you. And then when you press it, it will stop. Okay, so if you push this forward and just press it, it's going to keep running until you stop. But if you push this forward, press it, and then pull it back, it will be locked in the on position, so you can grind. It's easier on your hand, you don't fatigue your hand that much. You pull it back and it stops. That's the general idea. So let's see, this guard, it goes on backwards usually. Let's see, this way, yeah. And we need a screwdriver to lock this in position, which of course not included in the box. Can I use this? Probably not. So I'm gonna go run and get a screwdriver. Alright, back with a screwdriver. So we'll probably be using this right hand on the trigger, left hand on the trigger like this, right? So we're in the blade guard protecting our hand from us putting it in the blade. So this way, right? So this is the cutting edge. So I'll tighten it on this side. There you go. Just doesn't tighten much farther. So that's the way it's going to be. And yeah, let's talk about some details on the grinder. In Europe, 230 volts, 50 or 60 hertz, 9.2 amps. This is 2000 watt engine. And you can get ones with a bigger engine than this. Basically 2.5 kilowatts. I think is the biggest, maybe something bigger. But they're bigger and heavier. From experience, holding up a heavy grinder all day long is not that very comfortable, so I opted out for the little smaller engine, but much smaller weight. The weight is substantially smaller, I think around 7 kilos, 6-7 kilos, something around there. And the other ones weighed more than 8. And as I mentioned, I'm going to be doing some masonry work with these bricks on our walls. So I picked up a diamond blade for concrete. I've got some rebar reinforced concrete that I might be cutting or grinding and cutting and stuff like that. So with that in mind, I picked out a really good quality blade. Spins this way. Alright, so when you're putting a blade on your angle grinder, the blade will be marked in the direction that it spins. Your grinder is also marked in the direction that it spins. So if these two arrows don't match up, you gotta flip the blade around so it goes on this way. And usually it's going to go with the sticker towards this side. So let's take a look. How does this fit? Alrighty. That's a nice fit. And when you're fitting your blade on your angle grinder, you can see this locking nut. There's one side is higher, the other side is recessed, and this piece here, it has also a little piece sticking out. So the blade, if it's pretty thick for grinding, you're going to put this dimple inside that blade, but when it's a flat blade like this, it's almost level here. You're going to take the flat side and put the flat side on. This way the blade is best secured and doesn't like wobble on you and stuff. So a little bit more details on the markings on the grinder. You can see this is a 9050, this is the model, and then it can be followed up with some letters. R means it has a slow start function, so it doesn't pull all the power at once and it starts spinning slowly, and that helps you reduce the power draw on the engine start, so it won't hit your breakers that easily, and also there will be much less jerk from the machine, so it won't go flying out of your hands when you start or like shift your body because of the momentum of the blade. And yeah, let's plug it in and fire it up. This grinder, I talked about the R, which is the slow start. Hear it ramp up slowly, and that's a good thing because it won't pull your breakers and won't tear the machine out of your hands. Really good. And it slows down nicely. And yeah, what else? The anti-vibration handle, it's denoted by Makita as 01 on the package. If you have like a letter K, it means it comes with a case and all that kind of stuff. You can find those details online. But what else does this have? Right, it has a little green light on the back when it's plugged into power. It says that it's plugged into power and you can start it up, right? But if you, I'm gonna do this one-handed now. If you pull the cord out, right, we're gonna undo the cord. We're gonna lock it in the on position as if somebody would be grinding with it and then just pull the cord because something happened. And then when you power this back on, it has an anti-start feature. So when you power this back on, this previously green light will be flashing red, means oh, the trigger is pressed and you powered me on, I'm not gonna start turning. All you have to do is depress the trigger and you can start normally, right? So this is about it for the grinder. There's not much to it, it's just a grinder, but there are a few more things I want to talk about when you're using a grinder, especially inside or whenever, really. This is a public service announcement for you guys. If you're gonna use a big grinder, you want first of all eye protection. This is a face shield, you probably saw me use it before. Then you want some hearing protection, either these over the ears, or you can get the into the ear style earplugs. And they also work great in tandem if you use both at the same time. Then you get double the protection, and yeah, if you grind a lot, you will enjoy these. And then last thing, maybe for steel it's not that important if you're grinding on steel, but also but here it's gonna get really dusty from concrete and brick and stuff like that. So some respirator or something like that, so you don't breathe in all the dust and get cancer and stuff to your lungs and stuff like that. So yeah, you probably won't get cancer from dust, but it will be a pretty bad day afterwards. With this service announcement out of the way, you guys stay safe and let's go give this one a test drive. Alright guys, so if you have not been following along with our construction series, you can take a look on the channel. It's called Build Our House, BOH. There's a series of videos you can take a look at. We are standing in my mud room, but this is going to get done all over the house. Basically, when the crew was putting up these walls, these are the interior dividing walls. They did not put the bricks into the main structure walls to make a joint like this. They just drilled some holes and put little pieces of rebar in. And my building site manager said that this is not sufficient and he wouldn't have that in his house. So with the fear of these walls maybe tipping over some places, we have marked out some bricks that we're going to take out. We're going to notch a hole into the main construction wall, this thick exterior walls, and we're going to put in some bricks so they will join together with those walls in the place. We're going to notch out the hole and like hammer it out, stuff like that. So that's why I need the big grinder, so it can have some more reach into the wall to dig out more brick. And yeah, there's nothing to it but to do it, so let's get started. It cuts like knife through butter. Nothing to it. Really easy. Let's go. Alright guys, so that would be enough for a review of this Makita. What do I think about it? It's fantastic. There's a lot of power and a lot of reach, which I was most after. The fact that I can put this in quite deep into the wall is what I wanted. This has plenty of power. The blade I put on it is fantastic, it just goes right in. I started cutting some rebar in those how do you call them? These gaps for mortar. In the mortar, the guys, they put some rebar inside it. So yeah, I'm all covered in dust, and you can see dust is everywhere. So a respirator really helps. And I'll try to leave you guys some links. There'll be affiliate links below for Amazon if you want to pick this up. There's no additional fee, just some kickback for me for sending you their way. but that doesn't matter. Anyways, if you want to see more of this thing that I'm doing, grinding, cutting the walls, putting in new bricks, mortar, everything, it's gonna be on the Building Our House series. You can check it out in the channel. If you like construction stuff, then you'll probably enjoy that too. And please subscribe. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.